Hi Gypsies, this is Joy back for another reading, and this one is going to be a pick a card. It's going to be about the truth about them, whoever you're thinking of. What are they really like? Okay, we're going to look into how you would describe them to other people and what they're really like. You've got 3 pouches to choose from. This dark brown snakeskin looking pouch, not real snakeskin. This is an embroidered flower pouch with tan microsuede fabric. And then this last one is like a snakeskin, mosaic snakeskin, I think is what they call that. And that's also faux. So choose your pouch and let's begin. Hi Gypsies, this is Joy, and this is a pick a card This is a pick a card reading, and we're talking about your person of your choice. We're going to be looking at the truth about them, what they're really like. We're going to first look at how you would describe them to other people, and then we're going to look at how they're really like. Now, for this reading, I'm going to do a brief channel to see what comes in. So let's begin. Ugh. Okay. Well, okay. So I was just, casually looking in my third eye, and then all of a sudden a visual came in really, really strong. This looked like almost like a clown, a pale face, dark, sort of wavy hair. I don't know if this was male or female, but the hair was very thick, but it almost seemed like a wig in a way because it was just so thick and perfect. And then the eyes were like big bug eye eyes just popping out. Ugh. Okay. Okay. So I think that's an indication that this person really is hiding what they are inside. Unless that's what you see too and you like that. I don't know. I don't know. But by the way, you chose this dark brown snakeskin looking pouch. And let's go ahead and see what we've got in here. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. This fell on the floor. Okay. This round bug eye looking, yeah, that's what that reminds me of. I mean, it was like this. The eyes just didn't bug out a little. They bugged out a lot. It was almost like a cartoon kind of figure. And with all this talk of aliens lately, I almost wonder if that's what they were implying, that this person really is like an alien in a human body. Okay, so all right, so we're going to spray the green container. This has got pine, a pine scent. Okay, very nice. And this eases pain, and it will help you sleep as well. So this is that's a nice soothing. I like the green too. I think it's pretty. All right, now the stone that was in this pouch is it's like a blue, almost reminds me of sodalite. Let me see what this is. D4. All right, so D4 is, Larvikite. This is a protective and grounding stone. It is cleansing to subtle bodies and facilitates a strong connection with the energy of the earth, helping to connect with spirits of nature. The first thing I got with this, when I was reading this Larvikite, when I was looking at it, it mentioned, let's see, it's a protective and grounding stone. And I'm wondering if, let me ask you this. Do you feel like after you are with this person, you almost feel sort of yucky, although you can't put your finger on what they've done to upset you? You don't know why you feel that way. It just feels that way. Ask yourself that question. That might be something that you really need to pay attention to, okay? All right. So we're going to look at what you think, how you would describe them to one of your friends, okay? Ace of Swords. The Hierophant, and this is upside down. And this is Seven of Cups, upside down, okay? Now this is what you're thinking about them, or at least what you're telling people that you think about them. Now, number one, you would tell people that this person really speaks very, very well. They seem to always say the right thing. They're very polite. You can't fault them for anything that they say. They seem to be very intelligent. They're just Johnny on the spot with all kinds of answers to any questions that you might have about their background. I mean, everything just seems to be perfectly aligned. Everything. How they grew up, and their family seems to be perfect. And yeah, everything is just perfect. Everything is just perfect. You might tell people that they're not in a relationship right now. They're not engaged, not married. They just seem to be happy with themselves, in sort of a single kind of situation, and they're fine with that. They don't appear to want for anything. They seem like they have enough money. They seem like they pay their bills on time. Everything is just absolutely perfect. And in fact, you might feel a little inferior around them because everything is going so great for them. Everybody seems to love them. You don't know of anybody that says anything negative about them. So you almost feel like when you talk to other people about this person, that you need to fall in line too and say what a great person that they are. Okay. We're going to look at what they really are, okay? How they really are, okay? Justice. This is upside down. Four of Cups. And Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so first of all, I'm seeing that they work really, really hard at how they appear to others. They are constantly assessing what they say and waiting for a reaction to see, to measure how they should appear or what they should say. So appearances are extremely important to them. I'm feeling like they listen very closely to what is going on. And because they don't say a lot, because they are busy listening, a lot of people tell them things. And I'm feeling like, at least for some of you, this person is gathering information. Information is power. And when you have a lot of information like that, you can manipulate people and manipulate events, because you have, that Sally is having an affair with someone, and you know that that Linda maybe is pregnant with some other man's baby, and you know, things like that. Oh boy, the feeling I got when I saw that clown-like figure, it was not a good it felt like what they were saying is this person isn't even like a real person. They felt like a caricature. They felt fake. They felt like a fake thing. And I don't know if they're coming right out and saying like this is an alien or something like that, but this sort of feels like, at least for some of you, it feels like a beware kind of thing. Beware of this person. And because of how much information that this person has accumulated on maybe you or your friends, I don't know, this might be sort of tough to distance yourself, because they're going to pay attention and they're going to know. This person watches everything. And they, you know, this card here, especially this Justice card, because it's upside down, this person does not look for justice in their own life, okay? They are totally out for themselves. They may act like they care about other people, but this is number one. And it seems like this is all a game to them. Yeah, and that's what they work hard to do, they've created this persona, and they're always wanting to help people, but they're expecting something in return, whether that's information or some way into a group. You know, I'm not getting a good feeling from this person. I'm not getting a good feeling. You know, at least for some of you, I don't know. I think you need to be cautious. I think you need to be cautious of this person. Let's look. Oh, isn't that interesting? I love this when this happens. Okay, this little fairy card. Now this is a Justice card as well. And this was Justice. Okay, it's the same card, different decks. And it feels like in this case, they are saying that this person is out for themselves. It's justice for themselves. Yeah, I would say that you should be cautious with this person. Okay? All right, Gypsies. That was a wonderful reading. And if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye. Hi, Gypsies. This is Joy. And you are here for a reading I'm calling, it's a pick a card reading. And I'm calling it, what is the truth about them? What are they, what are they really like deep down inside? We're going to look at how you describe them to people and what they really are like, okay? So you're group 2, you've chosen the embroidered flower pouch. And let's go ahead and open the pouch and see what we've got in here. All right. Oh, and before we get too far into this, let me just, well, we'll do this first. This is the pine container, the green container. Pine scent, yum. And it helps with skin problems, and it's also good to ease pain. All right. So I'm going to do a brief channel, see what comes in. Okay, here we go. Okay, well, that was interesting. I saw a very old man who had a he had a bald head, but a very long white beard, and then he had some long hair here as well. He had like wire-rimmed glasses, and he seemed like a nice person, actually. I was thinking, well, is he old because they're telling me he's very smart? I'm not sure about that. But he seemed kind, and he had around him at one point children, and he was, I don't know, teaching them or just being very nice to them. So, all right, well, that's something to think about anyway. Let's see, the stone you chose, or that was in here, let's see, it's A5. This looks similar to the other one that I chose for group 1. Oh, see that? It's got sort of an opal looking fire in it right there. Let's see. This is A5. This is a moss agate, and it encourages tranquility and emotional balance. A perfect stone for those who experience strong aggression or overly nurturing emotions. You know, that's interesting that I got that that we got that for and that older man came in. So yeah, he definitely seemed like somebody that was sort of chilled out, and maybe not the most attractive person in the world, but attractive inside. Okay. All right, well, let's look and see how you would describe him to other people, okay? Queen of Swords. A 10 of Cups. And 7 of Swords. You know, I'm reading this queen as he's somebody who doesn't talk very much, but you can tell that he's thinking, that he's smart. He just keeps his mouth shut and he listens a lot. When he does speak, people tend to listen because it's not very often. He doesn't have a family, so that's something that you would notice. He doesn't have a family, and you wonder if he's very happy, because he seems to really enjoy young people. You wouldn't describe him as unkind. This is upside down. He seems genuine, and because he's very conscious of what he says, it would be very surprising if he said something unkind unintentionally. That's just not him. He just doesn't do things like that. And you feel like you could trust him. Okay? So let's see how he really is. Strength. Wow. King of Cups. Interesting. And King of Pentacles. Very nice. Okay. This is somebody who, even though he steps back into the shadows a lot of times, okay? He's not out front and center. Sometimes a lot of times you wouldn't notice this person in a gathering. He's really somebody to be reckoned with. He's very strong. Very, very strong. He's got strong morals, strong values. He's somebody that you would go to for advice. His word means something. If he tells you he's going to do something, he will. He's very measured in how he thinks. So he's not going to just come out and say something just to make you feel better. He's going to be honest. He holds himself to very high standards. He just may not be somebody that you would consider very strong just because he doesn't physically look like he is, but inside he's like steel because of his values, because of how he grew up, and because of what he considers to be important in his life. Okay? Now, it's interesting that in this card it was upside down and you were wondering if he was happy because he doesn't have a family, or he doesn't appear to have a family. He is happy. He is happy. And you're right, you know, he does like to be around young people, but he is happy within himself. He doesn't mind being by himself. He enjoys his books. He enjoys his solitary activities. Maybe he does crafts. Maybe he likes to put together model ships. But he's very content and happy to do that. And just because he's by himself does not mean he's unhappy. Okay? He's not somebody that values a lot of money. But he is careful with what he has. And he always seems to have enough for what he needs, just because he is cautious. But he's not somebody that you would consider wealthy, and that's fine with him. He doesn't need that. He doesn't need that. It's just he feels like even if this isn't actually a man that you're thinking about, this person feels like a caretaker, a true caretaker that won't take advantage. So at least for some of you, it feels like you can trust this man and he would have your back. And if he couldn't have your back, he wouldn't lie to you and say that he would. Okay? He's very honest and upfront. And honesty is very, very important to him. And that's why he himself is very honest. He would not ask a friend or somebody that he is advising to do something that he would in turn not do himself. Okay? So, a very lovely person, male or female, very lovely person. And this could even be, even though it showed the long beard and all that, this could be a young person. For some of you, the long beard could very well just talk about an old soul. Okay, so this could be a young person, and at least for some of you, maybe that might be who you're asking about. So, really, really lovely person. So, all right. Well, thank you, gypsies. Let's see if I've got anything else that I want to tell you about this person. Oh, and it feels like you love this person. It doesn't have to be a love relationship, like a romance, but and that might be why you're asking, is because you really, really like this person a lot. And so maybe you're just trying to see if this person is really as good as he seems. So, all right, gypsies, that was a wonderful reading. Thank you. And I'll see you for the next one. Bye. Hi, gypsies. This is Joy, and we're here for another reading. You are group 3. You chose the Faux Snakeskin Mosaic tarot card pouch. We are answering the question, it's a pick a card, and this is, we're wanting to know the truth about this person you're thinking of. What are they really like? We're going to look at how you would describe them to other people, and then we're going to look at how they actually are. Okay, so first of all, let's go and let's do a quick channel and see what comes in. Okay. Okay. I saw a old woman, I don't know, 70s, 80s years old. She was small, and her, I could see the veins in her hand. Look at the veins in my hand. I could see the veins in her hand. She seemed angry. And I felt her cold fingers on my back. I don't know if this is your person. I don't know. But I also saw a young girl, and her knees were up to her chest. I mean, she was like hiding or something somewhere, and she had her knees up to her chest and wrapped around herself. You know, she was wrapping her arms around herself. She was obviously afraid. I wonder if this was the same person. You know, when she was younger, she was afraid. And I feel like an adult came in the room when she was this young person, and it didn't feel good. It felt like the adult was going to do something that was going to change her life, but not in a good way. Okay, she felt very exposed to me, like something bad was going to happen to her. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and look in our pouch. Okay. First of all, we have the pink container. This has got orange in here. The orange scent. And this is for pain relief and for lifting your mood. So I guess after that kind of reading, I guess we want our mood to be lifted. Oh. Okay, so all right, I believe this is a Howlite. This is E4. Isn't that pretty? It's white with a like a gray line through it. So it's E4. And let's see. It is a white Howlite, represents spiritual qualities of stillness, tenderness, and open-mindedness. Okay. All right, so when I see this in here, this reminds me of children, of childhood, of innocence. Rustic kind of craft, you know, and I'm hearing stolen innocence. I don't know who this person is, but I'm feeling sort of bad for them. Do you see this? This is a little teddy bear. Okay, a little teddy bear charm. This is sort of breaking my heart. Oh, and look at this. It's like a little, I don't know, horse or something figurine. This, several of these things that I'm seeing that were in this pouch feel very childlike, kind of toys. Oh boy. All right. Let's see how you would describe this person. The World. Wheel of Fortune, and King of Wands. With this person, you know that they're cranky, and they act like they're in a bad mood a lot of times, and even if they, because I saw real clearly on this woman's face in my third eye, you know, just sort of. You know, she wasn't a real pleasant lady, but it's like you can see through that, okay? And you know she's had some tough ups and downs. You can tell that. And you can see that she has a good heart, because on one hand, on her face, you see this anger and this impatience, but then when you think about it later, you thought, well, shoot, she did this special thing for me, or she found out that my family needed money, and I found out she gave money to my family. She didn't come right out and make sure I knew about it, but I found out about it. So you can tell that this lady or person, you know, whoever, they come across as maybe like rough because of how how they were knocked down in life, but they seem to have a good heart, and I think that's beautiful, actually. I think that's beautiful. All right, let's look at who she is really, okay? Or who this person is really. 7 of Swords. Now this is upside down. Knight of Swords. And wow, these are all swords. 7 of Swords upside down. Oh, and I believe this is 7 of Wands. I said that incorrectly. 7 of Wands. So I feel like I feel like this is saying she's like 2 people. So she shows the world one side, this angry kind of side, because she's afraid of being hurt like she was in the past. So she feels like she needs to put on this protective barrier to be sort of mean, so that people that would mean her harm will stay away from her. But then this other side of her, she can't help it. She can't help but care about people, and she loves babies. When I say she, I mean this is obviously she for some of you, but sometimes this is a he as well. Even though as we say, life has really dealt her some blows, she has turned that upside down, and she has learned how to still care for people, even though she seems sort of rough on the outside. And you know, deep down inside, I think she doesn't feel like she knows where she's going in life. I think what's happened with her is she sort of felt like she's been tumbled here and tumbled there, and then she's just sort of ended up here. So she's just reacting to what's around her now. She doesn't she's not trying to go in one certain direction or another, and this might also be too because how she was brought up. She doesn't believe that she is master of her own destiny. She almost sort of feels like that it's fate, that things were supposed to happen to her. She can't do anything about it. So she just sort of, you know, bobs around in the water and lets it take her where she's going to go. It's interesting, bobs around in the water. There's this fish charm here. And for some reason, it's reminding me of the stone, of the white howlite. As much as she likes to come across as very dark, she's got a pure heart. She's got this pure heart. She wouldn't hurt a fly. Yeah, the green color for heart. Yeah, this person could be a lady for some of you, could be a man. When I'm getting this again, isn't that interesting? From the little cards, King of Wands. Yeah, she puts this facade on like she's this rough character, and you can see through that. And you know, this could even be quite a young person too, depending on how they've been brought up. Yeah, this could be like a girlfriend or boyfriend of yours that tries to put on this tough kind of persona, and it feels like you have a feeling that you want to be patient with them, because you can tell that they really are a good person. So I think that's great. Yeah, I do get a good feeling from this, even though the person has sort of like a tough outside. So All right, gypsies. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And I will see you for the next reading. Bye.